Can I just say, upon reflection, last week's I'm married, me too, made it seem like we got married. Because I realized to us, it's funny. To people who don't know us, we are now in a relationship. Because there was no clarification that, like, I'm married to a separate woman.
Right. We'll talk about this at home.
The Game Room is a production of Lackawanna College, serving students, graduates, and our surrounding communities since 1894. This episode is sponsored by Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Learn more at gamefuel.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another tantalizing episode of The Game Room. I'm Teddy.
I am Rob.
And today we have a couple different things to discuss. We want to talk about where the Final Four is at for the NACE 2019 Rocket League Championship. We want to talk about how the ECAC Overwatch season is coming along. And we're going to get right into that, just like we always start with today's patch notes.
ECAC group play ended this week with the Overwatch and Rocket League group play ending going into the playoffs. Now, final standings have not been listed yet by ECAC, but as from our accounting of it, in Overwatch, RPI dominated with undefeated 6-0, winning every single match that they played over the past 7 weeks.
Yeah, they came out strong every match.
From personal experience.
Yeah, you got to see the brunt of it.
They were playing at a level above every other team in the group. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and it's interesting. At the beginning of the season, we were looking like, how are they structuring these groups? What kind of skill levels are being matched? And it seemed like RPI didn't have any problems in their conference, even out of conference play.
Oh, no.
I think their team has been pretty strong for a couple of years, or at least a couple semesters. Our team, the Lackawanna College Falcons, is coming along nicely. Moving into spring, we're going to have a couple additions to the team that will really round us out, give us more of a competitive edge. I know you were just talking with one of the captains about restructuring some practices, maybe planning a couple boot camps.
Yeah.
But I mean, RPI really came into the ECAC and cleaned house, and it looks like they're going to go into the playoffs with a nice seed.
Oh yeah, and we'll be rooting for them because they kicked our ass.
Yeah.
So, but Overwatch, yeah, our Overwatch team finished strong. All the teams finished really well, had respectable records. But RPI definitely dominating in Overwatch group play. In Rocket League group play, however, it was the Lackawanna Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 or 6 groups in the ECAC for Rocket League play. We, the LC Falcons, were undefeated in our conference play, which was awesome. We took one loss out of conference from Drew University. It was still a tough match. We still played really, really well. The first match of the season, we played a man down, and we still came out on top over Washington College. We've had some amazing plays. I know Matt's putting together a teamtage of highlights that we'll probably be releasing in the weeks to come. We are looking to win out. So this will be released on Friday the 15th, but we have our final ECAC conference match on Monday versus Central Methodist University, their B squad, actually. So we're hoping to win out in Rocket League and go into playoffs and maybe make our way to Albany in the spring.
Can't wait to watch those matches as they play out.
Yeah, absolutely. And then going back to the NACE, the 2019 NACE Rocket League Championship.
National esports news.
The Final Four. Unfortunately, our boys up at Boise State got knocked out. But we have 2 huge matchups coming up, and those 2 matchups can be found on Mixer and on Twitch. The first matchup will be on November 17th at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's versus Georgia State University and Arizona State University. And the next match, actually the match prior to that, November 17th, 10 a.m. EST, between Mizzou and Aquinas. And Aquinas is a first-year program, actually, this year.
So it's impressive that they were able to get to the DreamHack Championships, which they'll be playing on stage.
Yeah, and honestly, Mizzou's new as well. Mizzou has had a program, I think, for a year, maybe. So they're in their second year, I believe.
And if you want to get technical, everybody's new.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. So it's impressive that these teams are forming, getting some knowledgeable coaches, and running through these practices and getting to a competitive level to make it to the Final Four.
And I believe Aquinas was number 2 seed.
Yeah. I think so.
So yeah, that's going to be an impressive showing. So that can be found at twitch.tv/NACE NACE esports. So be sure to watch that. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on November 17th. The other match, 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on mixer.com/Smite game. So open up those tabs. Right?
Yeah, you might need a couple different browsers because sometimes these games can run a little longer than 15 minutes.
Like true millennials, I will be playing one on my big screen and one on my laptop, just so I can be watching both games all at the same time.
So there you have it, folks. Tune in to Twitch or Mixer. We'll link those. We'll post those links in this video here, wherever Chris wants to throw them. I'll make it challenging for him.
There are exits here.
So yeah, tune into those matches. They're going to be great Rocket League matchups. We'll talk more next week about the Overwatch playoffs and the ECAC, and we'll talk about how we fared in our final game. All right, and that's going to do it for today's patch notes, and unfortunately, that's going to do it for today's episode. We had some major technical issues with OBS, completely erased our interview with Dr. Clint Kennedy, the Director of Education from Play Versus.
The technology gods were not pleased.
Yeah, that really devastated us. I may have shed a tear or two.
Oh, I cried.
I
cried like at the end of Endgame.
Yeah. This interview is chock full of information for high schools to get involved in competition and find out how to build programs for your schools. Dr. Clint Kennedy is amazing, full of information. So we are going to re-record that interview, recut it, and repost it. So please stay tuned to our social medias. We will have an announcement on when that will be released. But if you are a high school student or affiliated with a high school surrounding our area or anywhere in the country, you're going to want to tune into this interview because it is full of information on who to contact, who to talk to, how to set up programs, and how to get involved with high school competition. So stay tuned to that. So from all of us here at the Game Room, that's going to do it. I'm Teddy.
I am a distraught Rob. Thank you for playing. If you like what you see at the Game Room, make sure to smash this like button right here. Hit the subscribe button right here, or check out one of our new videos over here. We'll see you later.